Welcome to another Todd's
2-Minute Tech Tip Tuesday.
Brought to you by the National RV Training Academy, the largest hands-on RV training academy in America. Hey, before we get to the video, which I know this is the reason why you're here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss anything. Hit the subscribe button now. Thank you. Now, back to our Tech Tip Tuesday. Hey, it's windy season, and just happen to have...
Todd, before we get started, scoot over a little bit, I want to tell you about RV Unplugged Season 2. Now, Todd and I and the team have been working on this for a long time, and it is coming out May 29th this month. So there's going to be a live watch party on YouTube. You can go online with the cast and chat with them during episode 1. It's going to be awesome. We have a 4-time Emmy Award-winning production company that put it together for us. So this is going to be great. It's going to be a great season, and NRVTA is a sponsor of RV Unplugged Season 2. So you got to check it out. We put the trailer at the end of this video. There's a link in the description. And all right, back to your tech tip. Here you go, Todd.
Question that has to do with the wind. So let's go ahead and cover that because there's a lot of considerations during windy season. So here we have a question from @RobinDrew, 3470 was 671, 942, right? Whatever those numbers are. All right. Hey, Todd, I have a question. What's your opinion on tying down electric awnings? Back in the day, it was a big no-no. Now some people are doing it. So what's your opinion? So let me explain what's going on. You have an awning, and they give you the option in some of these awnings, whether it's going to be from the OEM or if it's just an additional add-on, to buy these tie-down straps. Now here's the problem, okay? Wind will come up, and your awning is nothing more than a huge sail or a huge kite, right? It is there to block the sun. The problem is wind is a huge factor with these things. Your sidewall of your RV. Now, some of you may think that the awning is connected to all the studs in the wall, and it is not true. It all depends on the length of the RV, the width of the RV. It may be just in the sidewall without hitting a stud. So then, of course, they have to put in the proper type screw to at least catch the sidewall, okay? What we want is we want the arms and the awning to fail versus pulling off the sidewall because, again, your awning is a huge kite. So one thought is, well, what if we tie it down so that way, if there's a gust of wind, it doesn't pull it up, all right? Here's the thing. I'm still with you that it's a no-no, but, okay, I'm going to say this. There are certain factors where you can use this. I will never use it, but I understand out of convenience, some people are. And being that here in Texas and everywhere in the Midwest, it seems that we all been a product of tornadoes here recently, right? And of course, your RV is not tornado proof, okay? So aside from a tornado, here's the concept. Wind, we may be able to predict when there's wind, but the problem is wind can hit and then just simply disappear without a moment's notice, okay? And so here you have your awning out on a windy day, and you can assume, okay, well, there's just low levels of wind. I'm looking at the weather map, and I see that for wind, I shouldn't have any gusts, but there's always, always, always gusts, okay? I am the type, if there's a lot of wind outside, and let's just say just constant wind, I won't have my awning out because, yes, chances are it's going to rip out, okay? That's my risk level. You may have a different risk level and say, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to lower the front end to try and make it even harder for that wind sail to pick up, right? The wind sail effect. So I know a lot of you do that, and that's totally fine. The question is, do we go ahead and put straps and some weights down there, right? Some you strap into the ground itself with no give whatsoever. Some, they just have weights hanging on the bottom. So if there is a sufficient amount of wind, it can still pick up, okay? I still don't like both of those being here in North Texas. Okay, in North Texas, we have the jet stream that comes down from Canada through Chicago down here in North Texas. Okay, and this wind can gust really heavily, really quickly without a moment's notice. Okay, and regardless of the gusts, it can pull physical objects out of the ground. Okay, we just experienced a huge wind gust yesterday where a cooler was flying at my truck, right? Sitting 30 feet away, just came up, a wind gust, and then just the rest of the day, no wind whatsoever. So it all depends on where you're at. So one factor is know where you're at. if you're where the jet stream is, or if it's just constantly windy, you may not want to put those awning straps down. Okay. Also, change of seasons. That's another factor. Okay. We're moving from the winter into spring, and that's where we're going to have turbulent wind. I mean, we are now getting into, here in the Midwest and South, right, tornado season. Okay. Probably not a good chance to, tie that down, because believe me, a huge wind gust will take that out. If I'm deep in the summer, right, and it's August, July, and it's dead hot, dead still, oh yes, that awning is coming out, right? If there's no wind, I'm praying for wind. There's no wind, yes, the awning is coming out. But if there's going to be, if I'm in a place where it's windy, or if there's a change in season, chances are I'm going to use my awning more sparingly, and I will never use those things, those tie-down straps. But if it's going to be, a light breeze all the time or something like that, and I just want to take away that inconvenient pop every once in a while, sure, that may be okay. Okay, but so here's these conditions, okay, that I want you to talk about. I want you to consider, because I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to do it personally. You can, but I also know that as a technician, well, eventually I'm going to fix that for you. So I understand the convenience of it. They even make them with netting around, and a lot of people swear by that. And in the proper season, in the proper place, absolutely. Great. But is it a end-all be-all? No. So this is why I'm saying that. And because it is tornado season, some of you may be asking, okay, where in the RV is a good place to be if there's a tornado? That would be not the RV. You may want to scope out where the closest storm shelter or a solidly structured building is to be. Your RV is not it, okay? Those of us that live around this stuff, we may be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Okay, with kind of watching for a little bit, but even at that right point, we may, okay, it's time to bug out, okay? So unfortunately, your RV is, okay, let's go somewhere where there's no windows. Doesn't matter, the whole thing's going to get picked up. So that being said, be careful out there. It is a change of season. We've had unseasonably more tornadoes here recently. So be on the watch for that. Be on the watch from where you need to go, and don't risk it. Just go ahead and get out of there. With regard to this, I'm going to say no, but I also want to give those of you that swear by these things, there are places where you need to look. Okay. And again, I'm always going to say this. If you're the only one around you with your awning out, chances are you're doing it wrong. A good indicator is to look around you, and if others have their awnings out or something like that, okay, that doesn't mean you should, but if they have theirs in, they know something you don't, so let's go ahead and get it in. There's your tech tip. All right, before you get to the bloopers, which is why you're here in the first place, the RV industry needs thousands of RV technicians and inspectors, and now is the perfect time to do that. If you want to make more money or have more control over your time, go ahead and click the link below. Or if you just want to learn how to fix your own RV, got something for you there. Head over to rvtechcourse.com and get started today.
Now for the reason that you're at the end of the video, roll the bloopers.
Hey, it's windy season, and just so happens to we have a question. Let's do that again. We're almost in autumn there, but here that's still summer. Tornadoes seek out trailer homes and RVs. Hardly ever hit a steel building, a big skyscraper or something like that, but an RV or a travel trailer or a mobile home park, it's going to hit those. Blah 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 blah. Ding. Blah 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 blah.
I don't know about this.
Oh, come on, Bill. Stop being such a baby. You can do this.
Yeah. Okay.
This is going to be so fun.
You said you wanted more twists. You said you wanted more drama. Welcome to RV Unplugged Season 2. 10 couples, ranging from their 20s to their 60s. From diesel pushers and fifth wheels to travel trailers and teardrops. They will be battling it out for a chance to win the Camp Margaritaville Auburndale $25,000 grand prize and the coveted title of RV Unplugged Champion. This year, everything changes.
We knew that it was going to come down to one couple. Only one couple can win.
We cannot be on the chopping block. There's only one team that's going to be eliminated, and it cannot be us.
I just want to say this sucks.
You got 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Tonight, there will be a double elimination.
These are real tears. These are real emotions.
We got to do what we got to do.
Nice.
You conquered a fear that you normally wouldn't do. That's
right.
a win, no matter what. That's a life win. That's bigger than this.